Yeah, no problem. I mean, otherwise, I mean, I kind of forgot about. What's your forces?
Watched a lady in a small passenger car the other day, almost near.
Okay, no problem.
Go to the end of the line.
She wanted to turn left and go in there, and they go, that's a line, I see that. Then she makes a cut on
I don't pay attention to it.
Well, and I always thought it was too short, what they had lined
Yeah,
up.
I'm sorry to pull back on the truck. Man,
Jump in, jump in.
Excuse you, lose. Well, hey, I never told you that it was a Cadillac.
no.
It's not, it's
hoping
barely
for
a
a
beat up
Ford.
old Ford. So,
No, it's all good. I got to look at it. I was like, we're gonna need some work. To get by is fine.
yeah,
Morning, Evelyn, how are you?
I mean,
Oh,
if you want to use it, that's fine.
yeah,
My goodness, are you out running marathons?
okay.
No marathons. That's my wife's side of the family, okay? My boys ran mile, 2 mile cross country and all that because she did, because she had two silvers and 3 bronze at the state level running
So
miles.
heavy in the.
And
You don't have much weight on wheels. They just.
saw you were gonna be here, I just didn't know you were gonna said your name, but you didn't tell them that. You were sick, you were sick. So, the sign that says finished. That's my wife's sign. But well, I wasn't here but that day has passed. I'm good, but I cut a bunch of mesquite and stuff like that over the weekend. So body doesn't take it as well.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everybody, to the Wilson County Commissioners Court for Monday, September 23rd, 2024. Let the minutes reflect we have a quorum, full court. Before we begin, we'll have a prayer by Pastor James McClure from Northwest Church. Are you here, sir?
I'm here.
Good morning, Pastor.
Oh, every bit of me. Good morning, Harry. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow our heads. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, you are so worthy and so holy and righteous. Father, we ask this morning that as this commissioner court comes together, that we put this court into your hands, Lord. You've given your people, your children, the capability of governing ourselves, and we want to do it according to your will, Father. We continue to look for you to guide us in everything we do, and we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. One state under God, one.
We have Mr. James Frazier. Mr. Frazier?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, fellow citizens. I'm here to represent Frazier LLC and Frazier Cattle Company. Our purpose for speaking is in regards to item 16C, HK's request to modify their original plat for approval for Phase 1 of HK's proposed development. Our intent is to inform the court of pending litigation between Frazier LLC HK Real Estate Development, and the TCEQ. The pending litigation and outcome could have a major impact to the proposed high-density housing development and commercial development plat submitted by the developer. Also, due to recent legal filings with SOHA, the State of Texas Office of Administrative Hearings, there will be no decision forthcoming within the foreseeable future. Therefore, as an interested party and on behalf of the affected homeowners, property owners, we request the pending litigation and the impact of any proposed change to HK's original planning be taken into account in making any decision regarding any Bella Ranch plat approval. Finally, we would encourage the court to take a wait-and-see approach as the most prudent decision for all the stakeholders. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
We're not allowed to ask during public comment.
Oh, okay.
All right, but thank you anyway.
Well, thank y'all for
Thank you,
for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Free.
We have agenda item number 4, certificates and completions of awards. For the record, in minutes, Texas College of Probate Judges, we have the certificate for Gail Ritchie, our Deputy County Clerk, and Cybersecurity Awareness Training for Commissioner Gary Martin. Those go into the record. We'll bypass agenda item number 5 and number 6 until 10 o'clock for the public hearing, so we'll move to agenda item number 7. We have Allison Drebeck, our Wilson County Extension Office, discuss and take action on National 4-H Week proclamation presented and approved by Commissioners Court.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Real quick, I wanted to introduce, we have our intern with us, that she's here with us for the semester, Ms. Morgan Box. She's from Stockdale area, so we just wanted to introduce her really fast. We're very excited to have her to help and learn all about our office. So as Genevieve, I think we have a proclamation, right, Judge, the one to sign.
We don't have one in the record.
No, okay, we have an extra one.
Allison, you want to read it, or you want us to read
No, Nicole's actually gonna read it.
it? Okay, very good.
I'll say that's the one you can have to sign. We have a couple county council officers with us. I'll let them introduce themselves and what their office is, and then Nicole's gonna read the proclamation.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Nicole Lee, and I'm the president this year.
Hello, I'm Connor. I'm the vice president.
Hi, I'm Emily Laffey. I'm the reporter.
Hello, I'm Emma Aldridge. I'm the treasurer. So this is our 2024 National 4-H Week proclamation. Whereas the Wilson County Commissioners Court is proud to honor the Texas 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service for 116 years of providing experience-based education to youth throughout the Lone Star State. And whereas this admirable program, which seeks to provide a learning experience for all youth through their head, heart, hands, and health, helps young Texans to acquire knowledge, develop life skills, and form attitudes to enable them to become self-directed, productive, and contributing members of our society. And whereas the program's more than 550,000 urban, suburban, and rural youth participants ranging in age from 8 to 18 come from diverse ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds and truly represent a cross-section of the state. And whereas the program undoubtedly could not have achieved the success that it has today were it not for the service of its more than 30,000 volunteers who have given generously of their time, talents, energies, and resources to the youth of Texas. And whereas throughout its proud history, the 4-H program has developed positive roles for countless Texans through its innovative and inspiring programs and continues to build character and instill the values that have made our state strong. Now therefore, be it resolved, the Wilson County Commissioners Court hereby designate October 6th through the 12th, 2024 as National 4-H Week in Texas, and commend the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the many men and women who have made the program a success.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to accept this proclamation and put into the minutes and record.
I'll make a motion to accept the proclamation for National 4-H Week for the 6th through the 12th of 2024.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King and seconded by Commissioner Martin. Do we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 7? Hearing none, a call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you.
Could we get a picture?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Richard, y'all want to sign this first before we take the picture?
Yeah. When they're done.
We move to agenda item number 8. Ms. Brenda Trevino, our county auditor, discuss and take action on a resolution for fiscal year 25 on the ADC improvement grant.
So the TIDC grant is the Indigent Defense Improvement Grant, where we have 2 employees who are under that grant who are indigent defense coordinators. So the 2025 Wilson County Resolution Indigent Defense Improvement Grant Program resolution reads as, whereas under the provisions of the Texas Government Code 79.037 and Title I of the Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 173, counties are eligible to receive grants from the Texas Indigent Defense Commission to provide improvements in indigent defense services in the county. And whereas the Commissioners Court authorizes this grant program to assist the county in the implementation and the improvement of the indigent criminal defense services in this county. And whereas Wilson County Commissioners Court has agreed that in the event of loss or misuse of the funds, Wilson County Commissioners Court assures that the funds will be returned in full to the Texas Indigent Defense Commission. Now therefore be it resolved and ordered that the county judge of this county is designated as the authorized official to apply for, accept, decline, modify, or cancel the grant application for the Indigent Defense Improvement Grant Program and all other necessary documents to accept said grant. And be it further resolved that Kayla Prado is designated as the program director and contact person for this grant, and that the auditor, Brenda Trevino, is designated as the financial officer for this grant, adopted on this day.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 8.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution for fiscal year 25 on the IDC grant. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perdola. You made the, I'm sorry,
Yes.
I wasn't looking your way. Okay, and second by Commissioner Aiken. We have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 8? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to agenda item number 9. Ms. Dawn Barnett, our county tax assessor collector. A, discuss and take action on interlocal agreement for tax collection between Wilson County and the following: City of Elmendorf, City of Floresville, City of Livernia, City of Poth, City of Stockdale, Eclato Creek Watershed District, Wilson County ESD 1, Wilson County ESD 2, Wilson County ESD 3, Wilson County ESD 4, Wilson County ESD 5, Evergreen Underground Water Conservation District, Floresville ISD, Livernia ISD, Poth ISD, Stockdale ISD, San Antonio River Authority, Wilson County Hospital District. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this interlocal agreement has not been updated since 2016. So the county attorney's office has reviewed the agreements between each one of these entities, and each one of these entities has approved it through their board. So I am just here to, the only thing that changed is some wording regarding the tax rates, the date that they have to have their adopted tax rate to me. Other than that, everything else is the same. So it's just a matter of approving these and me getting them back out to them.
How often do we need to update these? Every year, or is it every 2 years?
No, so it automatically renews every year. And in order for them to, stop, to request for me not to collect their taxes anymore, they have to provide us with notice. So it is an automatic renewal every year for the actual interlocal agreement, sorry.
My understanding is it's a savings cost for them for have you do them, because if they went outside, it would be costly for them, correct?
Oh, I would imagine, and I know it's been a huge benefit for our taxpayers over the years since everything's combined into one collection, as opposed to having 3 or 4 different places to go pay their taxes.
We did change the percentage, though. We lowered the percentage.
Yes, that's the next agenda item.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, that's okay.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 9A.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Make a motion that we accept the interlocal agreement for tax collection between Wilson County and the following entities. We want to name all of them off.
Yes, please.
City of Elmendorf, City of Floresville, City of Livernia, City of Poth, City of Stockton, the Eclato Creek Watershed District, Wilson County ESD 1, Wilson County ESD 2, Wilson County ESD 3, Wilson County ESD 4, Wilson County ESD 5, Evergreen Underground Water Conservation District, Floresville ISD, Livernia ISD, Poth ISD, Stockdale ISD, San Antonio River Authority, and Wilson County Hospital District. Second.
Motion been made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Perodolo. Do we have any other discussion regarding?
Do you have one of those agreements we can look at right quick?
Sure. These are all originals, so.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't see it on the.
Did we miss
Mrs.
one?
Huron stated that I left off Wilson County, so
We don't actually have an agreement because I am your tax
We-
assessor. You're stuck with me, one way or the other. For the next 4 years, anyway.
I was gonna joke about let's take it to a vote. In the interim, you're gonna reevaluate this every year as far as the percentages. I know that that came into question, and so
So that's the next agenda item.
it's gonna be, all right, we'll talk about
Yes,
it next.
absolutely.
Since you gave me Elmendorf's, they just have the properties on County Road 350.
I don't know exactly where they're located. They're in the Floresville ISD School
not
District.
Right.
Right. I think there's around 40, there's under 40 right now.
Any other discussion? All right, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 9D, discuss and take action on the 2025 county fees for assessment and collection of taxes under Section 4.16 of the interlocal agreement with taxing entities.
Okay, so this is the fees that I charge the taxing entities to do their collections for them. It has not been updated since 2019, but I do have every intention on updating this annually. The calculation goes off of the levy roll, so the way that we've calculated it is taken, right now I'm using their 2023s because I am not in the 2024 year yet. I don't do that until I print, until tax statements go out. So we have lowered the collection fee to 0.64. With those adjustments, all of them are going to have an adjustment. Some of them are going to increase, some of them are going to decrease. But I sat down with the judge and Brenda, and we came up with this number as a good number to use to collect their taxes.
But actually, isn't this 2024 tax collection fees?
My office is still in 2023, as I just stated.
Right, yeah, no, I know, but, so you're gonna collect the 2024 is what you're fixing to prepare and mail out based on the agreements?
Correct.
Right, so,
At the top, I have 2025 because these are the fees that I'm charging them in the tax year 2025. These don't take effect until January 1st. And I invoice them quarterly.
so what about?
She's basing the number off the 23 tax roll because
I
the
get it,
24
I
is
get it, but you're not collecting 2025 taxes.
No, this is the 2025 tax collection fees.
Right, but you're not even collecting that, you're collecting 24's taxes.
I can change it to whatever you want if you'd like me
It just
to.
seems confusing, to me. I mean, and I know it's difficult because of the overlap and fiscal years and tax years and,
So the reason I named it up at the top, 2025, is because these fees take effect January 1st, 2025. When I invoice them, it will say 2024,
Yeah.
the actual invoice. But this is just the name of the
Calendar
document.
year 25 collection fees, I think that'd be great, but that's why I was wondering, because, and I know we've got a lot of different things. Your work lags behind what everybody else does. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we can do it in a motion.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for 9D, and if you want to amend that, you may, whoever decides to make that motion.
Make a motion that we adopt fees taking effect January 1st, 2025
2020, yes.
for the 2024 year of collection. Does that sound right?
No.
Okay.
Because, I mean, yes, tax year starts 2024, but these are my fees. Technically, it doesn't,
All right, we'll just adopt the fees effective. All right,
thank you.
so let's read it out this way. Make a motion that we accept the fee schedule as presented by our tax assessor collector to take effect January 1st, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner King. Any other discussion regarding 9B? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 10, we have Bobby Joe Robertson, Thriving Hearts Crisis Center, discuss and take action on Domestic Violence Awareness Month proclamation.
I don't like that. Hi, my name is Bobby Joe, and I'm with Thriving Hearts Crisis Center, formerly known as Guadalupe Valley Family Violence Shelter. And I'll be reading the proclamation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Blind eyes. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy and dignity, security, and humanity due to systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control, and/or abuse, including abuse to children and the elderly. Whereas the problem of domestic violence are not confined to any group or groups of people, but cut across all economic, racial, and societal barriers and are supported by societal indifferences. And whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting individuals and society as a whole. Here in this community, Thriving Hearts Crisis Center, formerly Guadalupe Valley Family Violence Shelter, answered 1,025 crisis calls and provided 8,431 services and to survivors from September 2023 to August 2024. And whereas women are not the only targets, men, young children, and the elderly also are victims, and sadly, emotional scars are often permanent, and domestic violence costs United States companies at least $3.5 billion in lost work time, increased health care cost, higher turnover, and lower productivity. And whereas it is battered women themselves who have been in the forefront of efforts to bring peace and equality to the home. Now therefore, we do hereby proclaim the month of October 1st, 2024, and is call all citizen community agencies, religious organizations, medical facilities, and business to increase their participation in our effort to prevent domestic violence, thereby strengthening the communities in which we live.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 10.
I'll make a motion to accept the Domestic Violence Awareness Month proclamation from the Thriving Hearts Crisis Center.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. We have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 10? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Robertson.
Thank you.
Ms. Robertson, do you want a picture with us?
I don't have my phone.
Okay, all right. Agenda item number 11, we have Mr.,
John's going to take a picture.
Dawn will take it.
oh, we're going to take one? Okay, all right. Let our commissioner sign your proclamation first.
Can we get a copy? We need a copy of the resolution.
Clipped up. We've known each other way too long.
Agenda item number 11, we have Mr. Ray Herrera from our Veteran Service Office, end of the 2023-24 fourth quarter strategic planning review.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, community in attendance, both online and in person. Strategic planning review, fourth quarter, 2023-2024 for the fiscal year. Next slide, please. So our mission, bridging the gap between military service members, veterans, dependent benefits to maximize entitlements. Things we deal with, mainly going to be VA compensation and pension, appeals, survivors benefits, education, burial benefits, state and local entitlements. So for last fiscal year, I still have 2 cases still pending. These are going to be dependent claims. Sadly, and I'll cover this a little bit later, dependent claims, whether you're just adding a dependent, survivors benefits, are taking long. This is the longest I've ever seen, and I've been in this business a little bit over about 10 years now. So I'm seeing around 4 to 6 months for survivors benefits, or dependent benefits, should I say. And those are the 2 that are still pending from last fiscal year. Constituents assisted by precinct. So total, we have 552 year to date. Okay, now that is just it's a 34% growth from last fiscal year to this fiscal year. I have a breakdown of your precincts, so if you would want to follow that, I'm not sure if you have one in front of you, but it looks like 2 and 3 are almost about the same. 4 and 1 are going to be more on the lower end, and 0, you're going to see an increase in 0 this quarter, only because I've been taking a lot more walk-ins and people outside our county. But again, these are just people who are bordering, lowering services for veterans as well as survivors benefits. Next slide, please. So numbers of forms and claims. Again, this is year to date. We have forms 1,199 year to date, but that is a 34% growth from last quarter. Same thing on the claim side. Year to date is 2,963 claims actually submitted, with a 41% growth from last fiscal year. Now, I just want to highlight really quick, the importance between the forms. Every form that is submitted is, I am advising a veteran or a family member on the form. There's specific how to fill it out, how to complete it, what do they need to support that actual form itself. The claim side, I'm breaking down per claim how to best present that case. What do you need to support that case, for a better outcome? So that's why I separate them. Next slide, please. Oh, go back real quick. I'm sorry. So Wilson County Veteran Events. The Veterans Office hosted 4 main events. Okay, that's going to be our breakfasts, our barbecue, a mixture of those 2 events. So we've had nothing less than 100 people. I think a maximum about 200 people attend. Okay, so why is this important? Unity, showing unity within the community. There's no separation between the veteran population. And if anything, it's growing. And the data and the people in attendance show that. So now this is not just, I just don't want to talk about events that my office directly hosts. There's a lot of events that my office is involved with, and I want to highlight those events as well. So these are our main events, but we're at Frank Tejeda when we had a PACT Act briefing. We were at with local partners just there to support. So we're not just hosting our events, we're also supporting other organizations that show the intentional investment within the partnership of Wilson County Veterans Service Office. Next slide, please. Number of constituents by contact. The one on the left side, the bar graph, is going to be, these are resulted in action. Somebody called me and we had an appointment and it resulted in me actually filing for something. So the total there is going to be 554, 34% growth from third to fourth quarter, resulting in action. To the right, it's going to be more cumulatively, okay? This is for the quarter. Phone calls, 223, emails, 141, in person, 381, fax to unspecified. This is just me missing a drop-down box where I need to put them in a category. So that's what that 12 would be. But altogether, 750 people were serviced in this last quarter, with a 49% growth from three to fourth quarter. So currently, there's 553 claims. 459 of those are new, and 94 of those are returning. Returning could be they're missing documents to submit to me. They maybe got denied and we're appealing. So returning within that physical year. So I'm not double counting them as a new person, but nevertheless, they're still getting serviced by Wilson County. Closed and open claims. So I have more closed than open, which is a good thing. I'm opening them and I'm closing them, more than 50%. But then again, that's not something that relies on me. That's something the VA making their decisions. What I want to highlight, though, is going through my, my data and trying to document everything, I see a trend of decisions. You're looking at 4 to 6 months of a decision. That is fast compared for a VA claim, very fast. I've been telling veterans, 6 to 8 months, because that's what I'm used to seeing. But just within this last quarter, from March and April, I'm getting decisions. And this actually took me a long time to put together this data because of that, a lot longer. I needed maybe about 2 more extra days just to document data. Next slide, please. Goals, challenges, and vision. Goals. So right now, myself, I'm working along with the auditor's office for the Texas Veterans Commission VSO reimbursement grant. And this is something I brought to the attention of the judge back in around June. Now, it just opened up. So it just opened up for the application process as of this month on the 12th, and it will close November 12th. This grant is very important because although we are able to offer services for disability compensation and so on and so forth, which is my main forte, there's other services that we can exhaust and opportunities to offer our veterans. Things like utilities, mortgage, child care, and burial, and much more. These are things that I'm already have documented in process, and with the support at one point, I'm sure, from the judge and the commissioners, this is something I would ask that maybe we can have and bring to Wilson County. Again, this is just for informational purposes, so you are aware. Continuing branding of the department. Just going out, doing a lot of table setups. My Cup of Joe with the VSO monthly throughout the county is having a good traction. I'm getting a good input from the community about it being available. So not only am I available through appointments, but I do take in walk-ins. And you'll see, I'm not sure if you saw it, but those are around 60-something walk-ins. That includes the veterans that I'm servicing at the Frank Tejeda Veterans Home that come in as a walk-in basis. So we do take walk-ins. Now, it's strategically implemented with that, though. So my goal for the next fiscal year, I'm already looking forward. I'm putting the bar at 1.5. This year, we started at just the budget was around 79,000. I was pretty confident that we're gonna get that goal, but there's something, I wanna raise the bar a little bit higher for next fiscal year, something to work towards. So that 1.5, actually it's not, I put 1.5 thousand, I meant 1.5 million. Challenges, so canceled and rescheduled appointments. Life happens. They call in, they cancel, or they reschedule. So we have 22, which is the same from last quarter, same amount, exactly. I didn't even have to move that number. So 22 canceled appointments. Other challenges, answering phone calls. Right now, and I didn't provide it to you this time, I was wrapped up this weekend really trying to document the more important data, but phone calls are very important. I'm averaging a month about 250 calls coming in, and I'm averaging about 150 going out, Okay, so I'm missing calls because I'm only returning calls that are left with voicemails. Those are the ones I'm returning. I'm not the one that called and hung up. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to answer those. But I just want to say thank you to the judge and the commissioners and our auditor to working with our department, and we are approved for a position, and I look forward to the impact that this position will do, not just for answering phone calls, but in every aspect of the department and how well I can utilize them. So thank you for that. Again, challenge long processing times for survivors and dependent claims. It's unfortunate. My surviving spouses are having to wait way too long to receive entitlements, and a lot of times that puts them in a financial burden. There's nothing I can do besides raise that awareness to the VA directly and just wait. Next slide, please. So fiscal year 2023-2024 summary. This is just about contacts, making contacts. How many people does the Wilson County Veterans Service Office assist? So in all, about 756 calls, 457 emails, in person 1,167, faxes 10, mail 3, unspecified, again, that's just documenting, but a total of 2,405 people assisted. Now, there's way more. You know, because I'm busy, there's times I help someone off the phone and I don't document it, and it happens, but these are the ones that are documented. I think that's a pretty good number. I look forward with the new addition of how much more accurate our documentation of those numbers will be next quarter and next fiscal year. ROI, return on investment. So for 2023, 2024, total, we got $2,351,896.03. That's almost double of what we had from last fiscal year. When I say all my claims are coming back and approved, and I had to work through my weekend to document this, it was very important to me for you to see those figures, to see the work that the office is investing, to see your investment on what you're getting back for the work that we're providing to veterans within the community. This is a 90% growth from third to fourth quarter. And again, our goal and our bar was the budget within this fiscal year, or should I say last fiscal year by now. And we got 2,863% exceeded over that budget. Next slide, please. So none of this is possible. The success of the office, of course, our support from the judge and county commissioners, especially our community partners. There's just too many to call out, but I just want to say thank you if you're watching, you know, from the state to the federal VA to local nonprofits. I really and truly want to say thank you. Thank you for assisting us. I believe there's it's like a snowball effect, you know. There's a trend, and I believe they're all supporting even more so today. Lastly, I just want to point out some challenges, and I didn't cover it, was challenges in regards as a VSO. It's a revolving door. This line of work is you know, you try to work with what you have the best you can do. But two big challenges is going to be pay. Pay in regards to secure a long-term, you know, a VSO that is not going to, you know, jump ship to go to state, go to the federal, but as well as being overworked. Okay, so I want to ask the commissioners and judge, given the opportunity in the future, if you can, to please consider those things. You know, we want to be ahead of the curve and not behind it. As you can see, all the data I've provided all this year has only supported nothing but growth and growth and growth. And I would ask you to assist and get ahead of that curve when bringing on new personnel for the Veterans Department and its existing personnel. So with that, if you don't have any questions, I just want to say thank you. I do have some information I couldn't add to your packet as far as the TVC grant, and if you have any questions, by all means, I'm more than willing to meet up with you and talk about that.
I got a couple. How many veterans do you estimate live in Wilson County?
So that's a good question. Last year, the state released a JDX report, and this is kind of like a year and a half back that it's reported. And it was recorded about 54,300 and some change within Wilson County. That doesn't include, now that only includes veterans and dependents who are receiving some type of entitlement, not the ones that have never touched any type of services for veterans. And to be honest, I run into those on the weekly. It's not like every once in a while. I get that veteran weekly that has never touched it and is for the first time getting that. But with that, I would say like around 5,000 to 6,000. I would think a little bit more for that.
We approved a part-timer that was already in the budget for you. You're going to try to fill that
Yes.
over?
Yes. I'm pretty excited about that. So it's not just going to be a regular clerk or administrator just answering phones. This is someone I want to, get involved with the community and kind of not a VSO, but very involved and informed on VA services.
You continue to do a good job over there, Ray. I get a lot of compliments on you, a lot.
Thank you.
Don't give up on that Senate bill that we talked about.
No, I did touch back with the state rep as well as with the office of our Congresswoman De La Cruz to push that. So definitely not gonna let that one go. It's a good opportunity.
Especially everything we're getting out of Bear County. All the veterans that we're getting out of Bear County, that definitely help Wilson County.
Yes,
They
yes,
live here.
most definitely. Any more questions? All right. Thank you guys for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you. Agenda item number 12, we move to Jim Stewart, our county sheriff, discuss and take action to approve contracts for jail health, sheriff's office computer technology, and mobile video equipment body-worn cameras. 12, well, you have them all, A, B, and C. Those are each one of them individual, Sheriff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Guess we'll start with Southern Health Partners health contract for the jail. I know we put it off earlier to research more economical means. I did that, but when I got the other quote and looked at the two and compared them, I believe that it's in the best interest. We budgeted for Southern Health Partners to go ahead and go with Southern Health Partners this year. But because of the amount that that contract is that come next year, that we actually set down a specific bid package and bid the thing.
Okay.
I think that would be the most equitable way to do it. Because the two of them were so different that there was no way for me to compare them as to what was actually the best for us liability-wise.
Okay.
But I think next year before budget, we sit down and come up with a bid packet for that and then put it out, and then we can decide how we can budget next year depending on the bids.
And we can use TAC for guidance,
Yes.
you know.
And now that TAC's in there, that TAC can probably help us greatly with that.
The contract period is from July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. So I would recommend, because what kind of got us put in a corner this year is they emailed this to the sheriff and I like in March or April for a
The increase.
signature with their increase for a signature for the same time period, but that is before our fiscal year is over and before we're planning for the next budget year. So I would almost recommend either, because what's gonna end up happening is this is through June 30th, so between July and October, we're gonna be month to month, or we're gonna have to tell them at that time that we're not going to.
Would it be possible, can we get them on our schedule? Can we reach out to them and see if we can
To change it.
change this to October, make whatever adjustment we need to extend the contract, and then start a contract October to October? That would be the best way because it falls with our fiscal year.
Yeah, I would recommend that we just do that. And
Will you do that for me, or do you mean?
No, I can do
Okay,
it. When I
thank you.
can tell them, we can mark through and put a line through that we're going to extend it to September 30th, 2025, so that way it encompasses our fiscal year. And just as a reminder, this is the one that, when the sheriff brought it up at last time, it's increasing by 4%
from what we are currently paying. So the new base fee for the time period for this contract is $209,444.52.
With the other one that you looked at, Sheriff, where did that one sit?
It said at about 150,000, but there was no mention to liability coverage. And when I looked at the two separate contracts, there's a whole lot of things in Southern Health Partners that I think are beneficial to us that were not in that. And to me, it wouldn't have been right for me to go back to the person and say, hey, I need you to give me a bid with this, this, and this in it, because then we should let it out for open bids.
Right.
So when I noticed there's things in the Southern Health Partner contract that I think are very pertinent to the jail liability coverage, that the best way for this would be to set it out and lay exactly what we want and then find out what it costs.
All right, let's do these individually. I'll entertain a motion for 12A on approval of Southern Health Partners for the Sheriff's Department, Wilson County Sheriff's Department.
I'll make a motion to extend the contract with Southern Health Partners until September 30th of 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. We have any other discussion regarding 12A? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 12B, Peacemakers Technology.
Okay, Peacemaker is a company out of New Braunfels. They have given me a contract for supplying all of my computer needs for my patrol units, computers, stands, software, everything for our office to function. Based on the contract, and it's a 4-year contract, I believe. Do you have it in front of you, Judge?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a 4-year contract. It's the same for 4 years. If we contract with them, it's also the same for 4 more. So for 8 years, we lock in this price on computers. It prevents me from having to purchase computers. The computers, if they break, they replace. If they have an issue, they fix it. Helps with all our printing issues. They also have software that on these computers that ties directly to the JP's offices, so we can quit having to print all our stuff. We can send it over by computer to the JP's office to file our cases. Just makes things a lot more streamlined. The funds for that, we've already discussed during budget, are going to come out of Senate Bill 22 funds from the state. I think the bid is somewhere like 143,500.
144, somewhere around that area.
It's between 140, 143, and 144,000 a year for the 4 years. And like I said, in the contract, if we stay with them, we have 4 more years after that. So we got 8 years that we've locked it in and no price increase.
The equipment in the officers' vehicles are just antiquated. We need to get
It's
over
4 years old, and today, computer stuff does not like heat. You put laptop computers and put them in a car all day at 110 degrees in that car. It doesn't like that. They do not last. The batteries don't last. The computers start having malfunctions. Also, the taking it in and out. I think these new computers have a little different setup. Ours, taking them in and out, have caused problems with the cover staying in connection with the rest of the computer. So we were going to need a major upgrade anyway.
And you hit on something, somebody from the public goes, why are they leaving their cars on? I go, because the computer will burn out in the heat of the car. It's constantly on, constantly allowing their location to be known.
Exactly.
And so, oh, okay. And or it says K9.
Correct.
You know, on a vehicle somewhere, and there's reason to protect that officer, so.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion for agenda item number 12B. And we have the money budgeted for it already in this budget.
Do we need to have the exact amount?
If the I have not seen this contract. This is an updated contract with correct verbiage, but if the pricing hasn't changed from what
The pricing was exactly the same. It was 143.5, I believe. It's on the contract.
And then we approved 144.
it's
So we
already
gave you
been
a little leeway.
budgeted in SB 22 funds. And I do believe IT, you've already been, you and I talked about that was good to go, that you recommended that we,
Yes,
yeah.
but this is the first time I'm hearing about the software that connects to JP, so I would like to get with you later on and find out.
Okay. No.
I'll make a motion to, let's see, actually approve the contract, I guess, with Peacemakers Technology for computers.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. We have any other discussion regarding 12B? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. Move to 12C. Do you think you can do this in 6 minutes?
think I can
Okay,
do
we're
it
going
in
to go
three-
into
what I got.
public hearing.
I got 6 minutes, we can handle that.
All right, so we have 12C on LensLock. And
Okay, LensLock is a company that provides mobile cameras and body-worn cameras. I've been running a test for about a year on, I think, about 8 or 10 of those, because all of my WatchGuard mobile and body-worn camera software is all outdated. None of it is serviceable, which means I was going to have to change the whole system out anyway. LensLock gave us a 4-year contract. I think the first year the contract shows 159 and some change. The rest of the contract is 140. That is because I'm currently under contract with part of this, so I'm adding to what we already have contract to. So they changed the contract. The first year will be a little higher because they're finishing out what I already have under contract with them. But they supply all the cameras. They have all the, it's all stored in the cloud, accessible through them. I don't have any other outside stuff. If anything goes wrong, they send a replacement or they come fix it. They install and uninstall at no cost other than the initial installation. It will be probably less expensive to go with them than it would for me to stay with WatchGuard and completely change everything out. And then I still own all of the equipment, and if it breaks down, I'm responsible for repairs. This just makes more sense to me.
And Sheriff, I'm understanding you and I talked about, it includes the constables, correct?
Yes, and Peacemaker and LensLock both.
Okay.
We figured in the 4 constables units in both those quotes.
Okay.
And this one's also funded under Senate Bill 22 in the budget.
And this is going to be all compatible with IT?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, like I said, we've been running it for a year on about 8 or 10 cars to see how it worked before we made that decision, which way we wanted to go.
Did you get a quote from who you currently use right now?
WatchGuard did give us a quote. It was over some $1 million for the equipment and stuff.
How much?
Like a couple of million for everything, yes, because I got to buy a new server. Everything would have to be brand new in my office that we currently have, because none of it's compatible with the current equipment.
The old Motorola trick.
Since Motorola bought them, yes, Motorola.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 12C regarding LensLock.
That's to extend the contract, right? That's not a new,
No, this is a new contract. This will extend, this current year, there's a difference in this fiscal year in the quote, because it will extend what I already have, but after that, the other 3 years of the contract are new.
There's a $19,000 buyout in essence to where you're getting everything moved over to one company. Judge, if you want to hand me that, I'll.
Oh, you want to make the motion, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Make a motion that we accept the contract for video services, you want me to put the number of cameras and everything else in here? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That we enter into a contract with LensLock to be able to provide services for 4 years on 60 body cameras and 29 in-car video cameras.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, second by Commissioner Martin. We have any other discussion regarding 12C, LensLock?
Just for the record, this is also being funded through SB
22. 22. Okay. Here, no other discussion. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. You made it within a minute and 30 seconds, Sheriff. You're a good man. We're going to hold off till 10 o'clock for public hearings, so we'll return back to agenda item number 5 and 6.
Someone got deployed all.
The official pin.
All right, we'll now convene on, we'll now hear agenda item number 5 for Lyle Hustetler from the ACOG. 5A, conduct a public hearing on the proposed Wilson County PACE program. And we have a representative from ACOG, sir? Okay. You might have to recap what we did last time and why we failed to have put this on for a public hearing, and now that's what we're doing now, so that we can carry another vote on to approve this, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor, Commissioners. My name is Jack Belt. I'm with Texas PACE Authority. We have this extra session. There was a need to have a public hearing prior to your vote to create the resolution of establishment of the PACE program in Wilson County. So that was corrected. We redid the calendar dates. Last session, we had the resolution of intent to adopt the program. Today is a resolution to establish the program.
All right, sir. Do we have, okay, do you have any other comments?
No, sir.
Yeah, but hang tight. When we
Okay.
need your- Is there anybody here for public comment regarding this agenda item? No one? All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So for agenda item number B, consider and take possible action on a resolution to establish the Wilson County PACE program. I'll entertain a motion.
Trying to remember how we did it last time. Was there anything?
I think it was just exactly the way it was worded
Read it the
there.
way it is worded.
Mhm.
Make a motion that we accept the resolution to establish the Wilson County PACE program.
Second.
That was quick. All right, I'm going to give it to Commissioner Martin. Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Martin. We have any other discussion on 5B? Hear none, I'm going to call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. We now move to agenda item number 6, with Brenda Trevino, discussion only, 10 o'clock, meeting open, RFQ 24-1009, general contractor services for the Shelter of Last Resort renovation at the Wilson County Community and Expo Center.
Yes, Judge, so this morning, 9 a.m. was the deadline to submit the RFQs. We did receive 2, so I will open those now. We do have a scoring committee, so the scoring committee will be meeting within the next week or so, and then we will come back to the court with a recommendation. taped up really good. I know. The first one is from Broadus Construction. The second one is from CGC General Contractors, Inc. That is all I have, Judge.
All right, we move to agenda item number 13, discuss and take action on joint election agreement with Wilson County, Floresville ISD, November 5th, 2024 general election. And I think we have, Olga, you want to say a few words, or? We may have some questions for you. I know that I've already discussed this with you. This is nothing more than a service we're providing them. They pay the county to use our machines, correct?
That is correct. And they will also be paying, we'll be splitting the poll workers' salaries as well as our locations. And then they'll be paying for their own programming.
The agreement's in your package, Commissioners, if you want to look it over right quick.
And they have two single-member districts that will be on, and it'll be actually one ballot, and they'll be on there. So it'll be a District 1 and 4.
Okay. I was just taking the safe side, Commissioners. I probably could have signed it off with just talking to the county attorney, but I want y'all to look it over because it only has my signature on there as approving it.
We provided this service in the past.
Yes, sir, we have.
Their election, just one location at your office?
No,
Well, they'll do it by their precincts too, or?
correct. And basically they'll be in our locations. We have 8 of them that those two districts will be in. So we'll be using 8 of our locations, and their ballot will be there. So we'll be splitting that cost.
And there's a designated machine for the floor.
No, everything will be programmed into one, which will be our 200, and it'll separate their tally and ours. So it'll be programmed that way.
All right, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 13.
I'll make a motion to approve the joint election agreement with Wilson County, Floresville ISD, November 5th, 2024 general election.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Have any other discussion? Was it Peer? You guys are sounding alike. I'm gonna have to turn around and look at you. I'm sorry. Okay, Commissioner Peredola, let me correct that. Any other discussion on agenda item number 13? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it. Motion passes.
Great, thank you.
ma'am. Move to agenda item number 14. We have our County Sheriff, Jim Stewart. Again, Sheriff's Office Monthly Progress.
Okay. Again, as just about every month here, we've gotten to where we're pretty consistent. We had a total number of 1,781 calls in the month of August. Of that, 1,249 of them were non-reportable. Basically, they were something easy to take care of. We didn't make contact with anybody. 532 were reportable, which means we had some kind of action necessary to be taken. It is running pretty much per average. Livestock calls, 45. We've been fortunate enough that some of the counties had some rain. I guess they haven't been looking for other greener pastures as much in the last month, but I kind of got a feeling that's about to turn around on us because we ain't had no rain. Because I think this weekend we had quite a few cattle out, if I remember right. So next month it'll probably be back up closer to that 50 or 60 calls. Animal complaints, 36. We're holding, average is about 34, 35. So we're holding average on animal complaints. All of those are dogs. Mental health calls, 16, about average. We're running about 15 or 16 a month. So like I said, we're staying pretty close to average. Arrests were down a little bit this month, but I think I did have quite a few in training and some on vacation. So we were a little shorthanded this month. Security checks, our proactive stuff, 227 security checks, 736 patrol buys. Pretty much staying right on average with that. CID added 111 cases this last month, closed 16. Leaves a total open cases 1,061 year to date. Let's see, in August, no juveniles. 8 cases went to the county attorney's office, 3 to the district attorney's office. Total of 106 cases to the county and 81 cases to the district attorney this year. Out of those cleared, got 54 of them have been cleared by arrest, 81 of them just found unfounded. Basically, there was no actual case there. 187, of course, we not have enough information to further the investigation. And to my interdiction unit. Felony arrests for the month of August, 16. Misdemeanor arrests, 9. 135 traffic stops. Weapons seized in August, 1. Vehicle seized, 1. Out of county operations, we had 1 in the month of August. And we did run across a slightly larger number of undocumented individuals in the county. We ended up with 13 of them this month. If we found 13, there's no telling how many are actually here. So, and the only thing of consequences on the data by narcotics, 4.7 grams of meth and the 2.75 grams of heroin. Heroin kind of doesn't, looks like it jumps up at us every once in a while, but still, to knock on wood, the last few months, no fentanyl that we've run across. As far as the sheriff's office, y'all got any questions?
Yeah, on the out of jurisdiction, that's the OLS. Is that what you said?
Yes.
And does that not, those are different numbers from the undocumented Border Patrol detainees?
Yes.
Any questions for the sheriff? Thank you, Sheriff.
Well, real quick, go ahead.
I was gonna ask how the jail's holding up.
Well, that's what I was, after you, no questions on the deal, I was gonna tell you. Jail right now, I'm at full staff in the jail, full staff in dispatch, so my office is full. Actually, you still have some pending applicants, so I'm good if anybody was to leave. Camera system is just about upgraded. I think they were installing the other day. It shouldn't take them that long. Should have a brand-new camera system in the jail. Should be functioning well. Didn't have enough money left in my budget to do the control panel. I'd love to, but it was $217,000, and the most I could come up with was about $150, and that was too much for me to take a hickey on at the end of the year. So I will try to work that into this year's budget. I'm gonna try to save everywhere I can and try to get the control panel changed this year.
Have you gone out for more bids for that?
No, because it's the same company that's holding my cameras. And I'm pretty pleased with that company, and they have a very good reputation at other jails. And it's about what it cost originally for the other system to be put in when it was 4 or 5 years ago. In other words, it's not way out of whack with what was already installed there, so I don't see any point. If I'm pleased with this one company, plus I get to see their cameras in operation and their customer service, if I decide I need to go elsewhere, I still have time. But we do have some other stuff in the jail. I think we need a washing machine and some other stuff, so I told them to go ahead on this budget and go ahead and get this stuff done on this year's budget.
Did our showers ever get taken care of?
I think they are being done one at a time. I think there's about half of them done.
Okay. And you still got the budget for that?
Oh, yeah, we already have the material. It's just a matter of getting to each individual
Who's
cell.
installing that? Us?
We are.
Okay.
We're doing it.
And we're going to upgrade those cameras at both here for Hawkins and your other location. We're already talking to IT about it. We've already got a bid out for those.
He showed me that. I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be higher than that.
We need them. So that
Yes.
they can monitor both locations.
Yes, sir. Put us all together to where we can find everything real easy, so be able to take care, it's a little more secure that way.
Are you still going after the food? I can't remember what we decided on.
Right now, I'm running a test drive. Running a test drive. Jail administrator thinks she can cut those costs herself by being more active in the purchasing. I'm gonna give her a couple months to see what kind of change she makes. If she affects the change she's thinking she does, I may just leave her do it. If not, we will probably go looking for an outside company to contract for me for it. I'm gonna give her a couple months just to see, and then we'll look forward as far as which way we go there.
Food ain't gotta taste great. They just keep coming back.
That's right. They may have to settle for McDonald's rather than Wendy's. I don't know, but
Get fed very well, I can tell you that, firsthand knowledge, so.
but anyway, yes, we are working on trying to get those costs down.
Gotcha. Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you, Sheriff. Any other questions, Sheriff? Good?
Thank you.
Sheriff. Agenda item number 15, we have Ms. Dawn Barnett, Tax Assessor Collector, County Tax Assessor Collector Monthly Report.
Hello again. Okay, so this is for August of 2024. For the tax collections, we collected $713,696.97. Fees of $2,480. We issued $1,762.58 in refunds for a total of $714,414.39. Did not have any Riverbend collections for the month of August. And the total transactions processed for taxes was 5,664. Auto, Road and Bridge, $50,490. Commissions payable to Wilson County, $16,438.70. Young Farmers went to the state of $375, and to the comptroller, $975,095.88, for a total collected on the auto side is $1,042,399.58. 6,503 transactions. Texas Parks and Wildlife was $7,871.31 and 54 transactions. So the total amount that we processed through our office was $1,763,967.86 with 12,221 transactions. Is there any questions? Nope. All right, thank you.
Agenda item number 16, Lou Serrato, our Permitting and Development Director, will start with 16A, Temporary Waterline Permit 1, Permit 89, EOG Precinct 2, County Road 215.
Good morning. This temporary water permit is for information purposes only. It's already been signed and approved by Commissioner King. This was from EOG to let us know that they will be placing a 4-inch flat, lay flat above the ground for fresh water going to their, I believe the name of this one is the Kraken well pad. And again, this one doesn't need a signature. It's already been approved.
Okay. Commissioners, do you all have any other questions for Mr. Rato on 16A? If not, we'll move to 16B, utility permit. 1, permit 774, Three Oaks, Precinct 2, County Road 247, and since they're both in Precinct 2, we'll go to permit 775 as well, Three Oaks, Precinct 2, County Road 213.
Again, these should be in your packet, and this one has already been reviewed by Commissioner King as well. They propose to put in a 6-inch HDPE water line inside an 8-inch HDPE casing at County Road 247, and the other one is for County Road 213.
So I've been on both of these locations. I have no problem with what they got going on. Mr. Ortman's pretty good about taking care of all this.
Not calling for a vote, so it's just information.
No, this one does need a vote.
This is a vote, okay. We need to correct that next time. Okay, so for 16B, 1 and 2, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for permit number 774 and permit number 775, Three Oaks Water for County Road 247 and 213 to be approved.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. We have any other discussion on 16B, 1 and 2? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes.
I'll be passing this in.
Okay. Move to agenda item number 16C, subdivision Bella's Ranch Phase 1. Review and approve final plat, discuss and take action.
Yes, now this has gone through the Wilson County Development Review Committee. It was given an unfavorable recommendation from the committee, but it does have a letter of recommendation from our county engineer, and it has met all the staff comments, and they've been addressed. I do have a representative here from LJA to speak on its behalf, if you have any questions for it. Ms. Priscilla?
Good morning, Priscilla Flores with LJ Engineering. Just wanted to see if you had any questions on the Phase 1 plat of Bella's Ranch. It's for a 1.97 acre lot along the frontage road, or Highway 181. It's a TxDOT jurisdiction road.
Commercial?
At this time, it's not known. Whether it'll be a commercial, a multifamily, single family, or anything at this point. It is just a single lot.
I wasn't stated last time we had this meeting, so.
It was stated that it could either be either one at the Development Review Committee. I know at one point, the developer told me that it could also even be a emergency service lot, but at this time, there's no communication yet.
Is it going to be commercial?
I honestly do not know.
Okay. So, Commissioners, we need a little time. We've been conferring with the county attorney, and now we're conferring with TAC on this because we don't have regulations on commercial.
Well, we do, but they're just not very stringent. I mean, my whole question is, where are we at in this process? Because in my mind, KCI's review was done several months ago, assuming that development was going to go forward. And so they gave their approval based on that. Now we seem to have a different situation. So that's what I would like to understand is this a new application? How does this fit in? Because We only cover commercial if it's over 3 acres, and you got to do a water study, or drainage study, excuse me. So how does this fit into the regulations the way we have them today? Is this a gray area? Is it black and white? What's the deal?
So the way that the development.
I'm not asking you that question. I'm asking Ms. Huron that question.
Okay.
It's my understanding when it was previously brought that it was going to be used for commercial purpose. And it was such that it would not fall within the subdivision regulations. And so that's why it received an unfavorable review from the committee. In speaking with Tom, we're speaking with another attorney who is going to review the regulation, review what the application is, and is going to get in contact with the developer to see exactly what the purpose is of this piece they're asking for approval, because it was represented that it was for commercial purposes and therefore would not fall within the regulation. Now it's like, well, we don't know what it's going to be for, and so that's where it's unclear. And so before Commissioners Court approves this, we're asking that it be tabled until we have an opportunity to discuss this with the attorney and also discuss that with the developer to know exactly what that purpose is for, because that's not what was represented initially. Is that right?
Yes, at the review committee.
At the review committee, and that's why it received an unfavorable position at that time. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am, it does. Thank you. Because that's where I was going, is I think
Yes.
we need to table this because we don't have enough information. We don't really understand fully what the timeline is, what the request is, whether it fits the subdivision regulations or not, or whether this is something that's not covered by the regulations that they're asking for.
That's correct. And at the committee meeting, it was represented that it would be, part of it would be commercial, or that it was designated as commercial, and the committee was concerned that it did not fall within the regulations at that time. Now, there may be some question about that, and they're not very specific, and that's why we have said it be tabled until council, outside council will be meeting with the developer, calling the developer to get the specifics of that.
So I'll make a motion to table this until we get further review from outside counsel.
Second.
Motion to table made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Martin. I want to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion to table passes. 16D, subdivision, the estates at Triple R. 1, discuss and take action on acceptance of dedication and conveyance of roads.
Yes, this is for the estates at Triple R. The final inspection on the road was made by Commissioner King. I'm sorry, Commissioner, I'm looking at you too. Commissioner Aiken the other day with developer Mr. Will Rose.
Did that on purpose.
I did. He signed off on that, so everything looked good on their final inspection. And I believe the next agenda item is to release the bond for their development.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on 16D1.
Make a motion that we accept the dedication and conveyance of roads and release the letter of credit in regards to the estates at Triple R. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Pirdola. Is there any other discussion regarding 16D1? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. 16D2, discuss and take action on the release of letter of credit. We did it all in the same one, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we,
All right, so we took care of those. Did we
Yes.
say that?
It is.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Agenda item number 17, we have Ms. Christina Moots, Treasurer, discuss and take action on the County Treasurer's financial report.
Good morning. In your binders, you will see for the month ending in August. As follows, like normal, our checking accounts with our debits and credits for the month of August, as well as our CDs. Followed by our investment accounts that are still doing really well. And then, obviously, our outstanding debt that we have, and the lease purchases of the equipment that we are still paying for. And then followed up with the, what I would call the treasurer's monthly report with the fund balances. Shows you for that month, every single fund that had transactions.
Christina, are we still working on moving the American Rescue Plans to?
Yes. Yeah, I know we talked, that's on me. I have not been able to do that, but yes, I will get that moved over for definitely within this month of September. No excuse. We had Commissioners Court talked about it. I went on conference and completely have not checked that off my list. So that will get moved. If there's any questions regarding any of the accounts or any of the reports, I'll be happy to answer them.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to take action on the county treasurer's financial report.
Make a motion, we accept the county treasurer's report as presented.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Paradola. Do you have any other discussion on agenda item number 17? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay. Ayes have it. Motion passes.
Thank you.
We have agenda item number 18, Ms. J. Lynn Bodiford, Human Resource Specialist, but I understand you have no report. Okay, thank you. Agenda item number 19, Ms. Brenda Trevino, our county auditor, discuss and take action on the county bills.
Okay, so I have reviewed and have a total of $1,133,781.21 of invoices.
So that jumped up from what was in the original email. That was 114.
I didn't see the original email, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
And the bulk of it, I guess, oh, did I not give you one, Judge? I'm sorry.
I'd already seen it last week.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all right. I saw it.
Is the, I didn't give you one either? What did I do with them?
I saw mine Friday. Here you go.
See how this is.
You better get a new pair of glasses.
I know. I'm waiting for the.
Thank you, sir.
The reason why this is, seems extraordinarily larger than normal is we do have, the two pieces of equipment that, were previously approved. Well, the one piece of equipment, through Vermeer that was being purchased from the American Rescue Plan. That's in here for $111,625. And then the two pieces of equipment for precinct 2 and precinct 4 are also in here.
One and
I'm
four.
sorry,
One and
precinct
four.
1 and precinct 2.
No,
4.
1 and 4.
4.
1 and 4, yes. Precinct 1 and 4, yes. Thank you for correcting me. Of the heavy equipment purchase as well, and those are coming out of their budgets. So that's why you see
Just to note, our Vermeer chipper came in around $2,000 less than the original bid.
that was the one that originally we had approved 110, and then we went to 113, and it ended up coming back to 111. So we were right in the middle.
I think it was 114.
Something's changed, yes, sir.
And they are looking at giving us a bid on purchasing the old chipper, but they have not gotten back with me yet on that.
Right.
Did you get anywhere on a truck?
Waiting. It's, can't seem to find a complete unit, the truck and the chipper body together. They're telling me that you need to go to a dealer and buy a four-door truck and take it to one of these commercial body companies, and they mount that, but I'm really trying to avoid getting into buy this here and take it there and that kind of situation, so.
Yeah.
But I do have a couple of companies working on that for us.
And there will be one slight change. It doesn't affect the overall amount, and I just saw it this morning, so I hadn't run it by the sheriff yet, but there is a $295 charge that was on a credit card that's on the LEOS account, LEOS fund, which is the Law Enforcement Officer Training Fund, which the sheriff doesn't have that available in the LEOS account, so we're gonna move that over to the sheriff's department budget. It's $295. It's on the credit card, and Kristen would have to make that change tomorrow. That's the only change. Other than that, we'll close out the year. I will be sending out an email, that we will leave the fiscal year open through, the month of October, probably, the second commissioner's court in October, hopefully, would be the last, of the invoices for this fiscal year. We usually have some stragglers coming in, so I keep a 13th month open to make any adjustments, but, we'll be sending an email out to make sure that we get as many invoices in for the end of the fiscal year by the end of October.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to accept action on the county bills. Let me see what you got. On June?
Yes, sir.
Same 30th?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $1,133,781.21.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Perdola. Any other discussion on agenda item number 19? Hear none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion made by Commissioner King. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Perdola. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, ayes have it. We are adjourned at 10:37 a.m.